Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a little quick get ready with me video, and I thought I'd bring you guys along. And I hope you enjoy it. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe, and hopefully I will be able to do more videos. I've been having such a problem getting my videos to upload. So that's why there has been so few and far in between, but I am working so hard to get everything taken care of because this is just my passion. This is what I like to do, and I just wanted to bring you guys along for the makeup journey. So here we go. I'm going to start off with putting some, it's the 24 karat gold elixir. Sorry, I don't think you can see it. It's by Beauty Glaze, and I have really dry skin right now, so I just like to put just a little bit and use it as a moisturizer. It works really great. You don't need any more than that right there, and just rub that all over your face, and it just feels so amazing. It's such a good moisturizer for your skin, especially before you put your foundation on. And today I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Poreless Foundation in the matte. It's in the color Ivory. It's in 115. And I'm going to use my Clarisonic, but if you don't have a Clarisonic, you can use a beauty blender or whatever, but I like to use my Clarisonic Mia with the foundation brush on there. It's a really good investment that I made, and I didn't at the time have the money to buy a really expensive one, so I found this one and they were fairly cheap. But I love the way it makes your makeup do. It just absolutely fills in your pores, and it makes your foundation go on just so smooth. I really like it a lot. And it's so fast, and I have somewhere to be today, so I've got about 30 minutes to get completely ready, so that's why I like to use this when I'm in a hurry, because it's a flawless finish, and it's very quick and easy. If you see me looking over, I have my my mirror there. So I'm gonna put on a second coat, because that was just not quite full coverage for me. And I am a full coverage kind of girl. I have such terrible skin because everything is uneven. And having red hair, I have tons of freckles. So I'm very self-conscious about those. And I do try to cover them up the best that I can. Alright, so there's that. I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye to do my concealing with. And I'm just going to take a little micro sponge like this dampened, and I'm going to do my concealer that way. This stuff is so full coverage. If you've not ever used it, it's really worth looking for it, you know. It really brightens up a lot. I never used it until recently, and I was actually in Sephora, and I was like, well, let me get some of that and try it. And I'm just using a micro mini sponge. Sorry guys, I'm getting out of focus here. I'm trying to get everything blended in really well. I hope you guys are having a good day. It's Friday finally. It's always good when it's Friday. Or at least it's Friday here where I live. So I like the way that brightens up. And again, it's a very, very thick consistency. So a little goes a long way. That was a very, very little bit that I used. And like I said, it blends out so well. And it looks so good because it's just like perfect coverage, perfect full coverage. I'm going to be setting it today with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I don't use this a lot. Normally I use the Coty Airspun because personally I love Coty Airspun makeup. You know, the translucent powder. I love that so much. So I'm just going to go in with a P65 brush from Wet n Wild. It's from their new Pro line. I'm just going to set my under eyes. I'm not actually going to bake with it. I'm actually just going to set it. And I like to really press it in there. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is the anti-aging potion. And I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids. I like the priming potion a lot. It's one of my favorites that I use. And I'm just going to use my finger to press that in. Just like that. Right. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set my face. I meant to tell you guys, the reason I didn't use a primer today is because I did use this oil. So that's the reason that I didn't use a primer. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you guys about that, but that's the reason why. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to set my whole face now. And again, I'm just using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. So what kind of makeup have you guys been into recently? I have found so many new things that I really love that I'm wanting to try out and hopefully be able to do a video on it. So put in the comments below what kind of makeup you guys are into and what I need to try out. Well, having a problem with the lid today. It's been one of those days like where you get up and everything goes backwards. That's kind of what's happening to me today. I don't have a particular way that I put my makeup on. I do everything different all the time. Like I never do the same thing every single day. I don't see that there should be a particular way to put it on. As long as you're getting it done, that's all that should matter. So that's just kind of the way that I am. Maybe I'm different that way, but that's kind of like what I like to do. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the Marc Jacobs Dream Filter Contour Palette. And I love this palette. I love this one a lot. And I use it to also bronze with. And I'm just using a P50 brush. It's another one of the ones from Wet n Wild. That's the Pro series. So I like to do that. And as everybody knows, I have super, super light skin. So I just kind of pat mine into place. And then I'll take a larger brush to actually blend it out. And I'll do a different brush with my nose. What I'll do is I go in with the P70 to do my blending. And I just blend it like that. Use circular motions. And I'm blending toward my hairline. Like that. You can see it blends out really nicely. just like that. You can see it's not too dark, but it contours really, really well. So now I'm going to do under my chin because I have such a fat face. My face is just so fat. I like to try to look skinny, but it doesn't work for me. So I'm just I try to fake it and it just doesn't work. But then again, not everybody's the same size, and that's okay. I'm going to go in with a P20 brush. The same thing, the Wet n Wild. That's the ones I'm going to be using today. And I'm going to contour my nose with it. Very lightly. You can see it's very light. Just very light strokes. And I'm contouring the tip of it. And I'm just going to brush it inward. Just brush it inward, just like that. So there's that. And I'm going to use the whiter shade to go down the bridge of my nose. That looks pretty good. My nose is a little bit odd shaped because I have a lot of problems with that side of on the left side of my nose, so it looks a little bit larger right there. So I like to try to hide that. Just like that, and then just brush it in like that. And that works for me. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into the Amrezy palette from Anastasia. This is one of my favorite highlighters. Like, I love this highlighter so much. It's just absolutely a gorgeous, gorgeous highlighter. And I'm going to go in with a P20. I believe that's, yeah, another P20. That's the same kind we just used. I have 2 of these. This works really, really good for your highlighter. So I'm just going to go straight down the ridge of my nose. Just like that. I mean, look at that highlight. Oh my gosh, seriously. It's such a gorgeous highlight. One of my absolute favorite highlighters ever. I'm gonna highlight my Cupid's bow, just like that. And like I said, I do all my makeup differently than a lot of people do. I'm gonna take what's left on the brush and I'm just gonna go kind of under the brow bone right there, just like that. Look at that shine. Oh my goodness. So love that. I'm going to use a couple of different eyeshadow palettes today. The first one that I'm going to use is the Lorac Pro palette. And it's all the neutral colors. So I'm going to go in with that to do my crease shade on my eyes. So I'm going to grab a P15 brush. And the first color I'm going to go into is this one right here, and it's called Canvas. I'm going to use that as my transition shade. And I'm just going to put it in the crease and all over the lid because I did use the priming potion. So I like to use it also. I'm just using windshield wiper motions. I'm going to do a very, very simple eye today. Nothing fancy, no cut creases, anything like that. That's pretty good to me. Alright, then I'm going to go in with a pencil brush, and I like to use a pencil brush. This is a P10 because I like to really get into the crease in my eye. I'm going to go into the color right here, Cool Taupe. And I'm just going to go from the outer edge and straight into the crease. And that really just deepens that crease. You can see like how deep that really makes that crease look. I have hooded eyes, so You know, that's one reason that I like to deepen the crease and look down and do it, because it doesn't look near as hooded when you look straight down. So like that. I'm gonna go with a little bit more on this eye, just like that. Then I'm gonna go to a different palette. Guys, I'm sorry about the coughing. I have had a massive allergy problem going on. Alright, I'm going to go into a P15 brush, into the new Marc Jacobs palette. This is the white one. And this one is called Fantasy. I believe that's how you say it. I'm not sure. The colors are gorgeous in this. And I'm going to go into the color Coverts right here. This shade right here. I'm going to go into that one. And I'm going to darken up the crease. Or the outer V, sorry. I'm just going to darken it up. Just like that. And the same thing to the other eye. Just like that. And then I'm going to go into this really dark shade. This is called For More. And I'm going to use the same brush I just used. I'm just going to go in really lightly, because if you've never used Marc Jacobs makeup, it is super pigmented. So I'm just going to darken up just the outer V right there. And I'm just patting it on there. Just like that. Just like that. The same thing to the other eye. Just that outer V right there. Just like that. And then I'm going to go into the beautiful shade on the end here. It's called On the Dance Floor. And it's this really pretty pink. And I'm going to go in with a P25. And I'm going to pat it on my eye like this. Just in little dabbing motions. Just like that. And then I'll brush it in. The reason I do the patting motions, that way when you stipple it in, it blends so much easier to me. So just like that. And then I'm just going to take a clean brush and I'm going to blend out the harsh edges. Just like that. The same thing to the other eye. And just like that. That's a super beautiful color. So pretty. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the blush, and I'm using the new one from Marc Jacobs here. This is called Tantalizing, and it is a very pretty purple shade. I'm going to go in with a P65. A little goes a long way. It really, truly does. Just like that. And then I'm going to take a bigger brush and I'm just going to kind of blend it out. Just like that. Just rosied up my cheeks really nicely. I'm going to use the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced. It is my favorite mascara. And I'm just going to be going pretty much like all natural today. As natural as you possibly can when you're wearing makeup. Just like that. So pretty. And I'm gonna actually smoke out the lower line with a Marc Jacobs, I'm sorry, I completely went blank, with a eyeliner. And this is in the shade Out of the Blue. Everybody's thinking, why are you using blue and black? But I'm just going to put it on the waterline. Very lightly on the waterline, just like that. And then I'm going to take that pencil brush that I had used earlier to do the outside of the eye. It still has makeup on it. And I'm just going to smoke out the bottom. Like that. Just like that. With just what's left on the brush. And the blue just gives the darker shades a kind of a pop of color. And finally, I'm not going to use a lip liner, but I am going to put on a gloss. First, I'm going to use, this is by NYX. It is the Powder Puff Lippy, and this is in the color Best Buds. Just like that. And like I said, I'm just kind of trying to go a little natural, but to cover up some of the imperfections. And finally, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Vice Special Effects lip gloss, and this is in the color Fever. Oh, just made a mess. And I'm just going to go right there. Right into the center there. Just like that. Okay guys, and like I said, this was going to be super quick, so this is the finished look that I'm going for. It's just very natural, very I don't know, just basic, I guess you would say. And I'm just going to finish it off with my setting spray, and I'm using the Marc Jacobs Coconut Setting Spray. So there we go. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to subscribe for more videos like this one, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye.